It is. It's been a road.
Whenever, hold on one second. When they're done, can we get in? Because this is all blocked off, right? Yeah, so we can just go off the shoulder in the road, then I can just.
Okay, what time are we going on? Do you know?
I haven't talked to them yet.
I just realized we did not. I forgot it was 9.
I know.
I forgot we had
The 9 o'clock show.
Okay, where's my shot?
So are you guys not able to get back to your apartment, or you're just?
I don't think so.
Hey, mic check 1 2 3 4. Okay, I keep losing IFB. I keep losing service here. Huh?
Is these apartments right here?
I think it's a little bit further down when I look at. Hey, good morning.
Tell Apple. I'm so sorry.
Two and a half minutes. Okay.
2.5. Can you tell them to talk to me at 7?
Can you talk to Deanna as well? Can you talk to Deanna as well, please? In 7. Can you hear him? Okay. Okay, another 2 minutes. So I just. Okay.
You want to be more so over here in the road, or how do you?
You can be in the road if that works. It's 40 seconds out. And you can start on me, but feel free to just,
Okay. Keep on camp like 5 seconds, then.
Yeah. Yeah, Annie, good morning. I haven't heard anything else so far, but that is what they are asking. Certainly still a very active scene here. You can road all the way down to East Capitol is blocked off completely. And what I can tell you is even on the way here, there were a number of police cars flying by, actively going to this scene. So that is still very clear here that there's still a lot of moving parts and a lot unclear. Again, as you mentioned there, we can confirm 3 officers have been shot here. We do know that they are expected to be okay, non-life-threatening injuries, and all have been taken to the hospital. I can tell you that we are right here in front of 2 schools. You have KIPP DC over here to the right. You have Woodson High School over to the left.
Also, there's a lot of technology around us.
Yeah. I don't.
It's on now.
Huh?
It's on now. Like,
I don't know.
nah. Yeah, I hear you.
Can you guys hear me okay?
It's a brand new cable.
She said, I can't hear what you're saying to Deanna, but she said it's a brand new cable.
This is a shot we had.
Guys, we want to keep this open.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear and see us okay now? Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Just let us know when you want to take us again. Can you slow down a little, Calvin? I can't hear you. After this break. Okay, thanks. Okay. Hey, yeah, mic check 1 2 3 4. Check, check, check. You don't have to come over to
Okay.
the woods. You can just stay because I don't know if that's gonna, what's making the shot go in and out. Okay. Yeah, guys, I mean, I can tell you that at this point, what we have confirmed is that 3 officers were shot here earlier this morning. We can tell you that they have non-life-threatening injuries. They've been taken to the hospital, are expected to be okay. But you can see this is still a very active scene here. We are at Benning Road and 46th, and this entire section of Benning Road is just completely lined with dozens of police vehicles. Again, 3 officers shot here in some kind of incident this morning. Those officers are expected to be okay, but you can see that this is still a very active scene. A lot of moving parts here, unclear exactly what is going on, but you can see there is a command center that DC police have set up here. This is right in the middle of a neighborhood, right? You have KIPP DC, the campus here along Benning Road. We have seen some people dropping off their children. They're being escorted into the school by officers. You can see part of that school here blocked off with that caution tape. On the other side, we also have Woodson High School, which looks like right now DC Fire and EMS, DC Police are kind of using as almost like a staging area. We have seen officers come in and out, some of them with shields, and we have been asked, as well as the rest of the community, to keep a very safe distance. So the actual incident, we are told, happening in the 5000 block of Hannah Place, which is several blocks down, but because this is still an active investigation, exactly what is happening there is unclear, but they are asking media and the community to keep a safe distance as this investigation continues. There are some people here. I spoke with some young ladies. They didn't want to be on camera, but they tell me that they live in the apartment complex just to the left here, and at this point they are unable to get back home, and so they are kind of just out here waiting, watching to see what is happening out here. But it is still very tense. I can tell you, even as we were driving to the scene here, there were officers and police cars just with their sirens flying to this scene. So it just kind of gives you an idea of how active this still all is. We are hoping to get an update from police at some point. Unclear exactly when that will happen, but we will certainly bring those latest updates to you. You can see here a number of officers coming in and out of the scene here. And again, if you're just joining us, I can tell you 3 MPD officers were shot this morning, non-life-threatening injuries, and have been taken to the hospital. But this is all part of some kind of active investigation here that DC police are still on scene along Benning Road. The actual incident happening on Hannah Place as they have their command center set up. And we have again seen officers coming in and out with their shields and hoping to get a little bit more information about exactly what unfolded here just after 8 o'clock. Guys. Yeah, nothing confirmed at this point. But again, I want to show you over here to give you an idea of the number of police and EMS vehicles that are here right in this parking lot next to Woodson High School. From there, we have seen a number of officers walking out with shields up to an apartment complex, again, a couple of blocks further up this way. Nothing confirmed, but typically something like that would indicate that they are protecting themselves from something. So we are working to get that confirmed, hoping to get an update from police here shortly, but that is the very latest here along Benning Road. Yeah, certainly thankful for that news. At this point, DC police not confirming that a 4th person, a civilian, was shot. Once we do get that information, we'll be sure to pass it on to you. I've only had a chance to speak with a couple of people since we got to the scene here. I'm hoping to talk to a couple more in just a few minutes, but no one said that they have heard anything at this point. And so at this point, it is really unclear how many people may have been involved in this. The only thing that we have confirmed right now is that those 3 officers were shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does look like, again, what we have seen so far is that kids are being allowed into the building this morning, but we have seen some of them just being escorted by officers as they are working to get into the school here. But certainly, I mean, you know, people are just trying to go about their daily lives this morning, dropping kids off at school, and this is certainly not what you would expect on a Wednesday morning as you're, you know, taking care of business, dropping your kids off at school and heading to work. So certainly causing a disruption here this morning. No, you know, that's a great question, and I can tell you that fire and EMS, several operations vehicles are here. You see the command center from DC Police, several unmarked cars, but as far as any assistance from any other agencies, we're not seeing that at this point. But I want to see if our photographer, Deanna, can really pan down and kind of zoom in. You can see police officers and lights all the way up across the intersection, up towards East Capitol Street. So while there may not be other agencies involved at this point, you can see the massive amount of response here from DC Police. Dozens of cruisers. You have the command center set up here. Again, we have seen detectives. We have seen officers walking out with shields up to what looks like an apartment complex here. And then you have DC Fire and EMS with, I can see at least 5 or 6 of their vehicles here. So just certainly a huge response as we wait to get more information and just clarification as to what happened here this morning, what led up to those officers being shot. Again, 3 officers shot this morning, thankfully non-life-threatening injuries, but still a very active scene out here along Benning Road.
I know. It worked for a while.
I don't care.
Hey, how are you? Are you just dropping your kids off at school? I'm with Channel 9. Do you mind? Oh, okay, sorry. See if we can get this mom afterwards. Huh? See if we can get this mom afterwards.
You turn your mic off.
Yeah.
I did.
And she does the pay?
She does. I'm still live.
Huh?
I still live. I don't know what happened. It's sad. Mind your business and go in the house. That's all I can do.
So, I mean, what grade is your daughter in?
Preschool.
Okay. And how, I mean, what are your thoughts when you...
I mean, it's a tragedy. Again, it's a tragedy. I don't know who did what. I don't know how it all came about, but
Hold on.
it is what it is. I can't. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
And, I mean, how do you explain this to you said preschool?
As best I can as a 4, almost 5-year-old. I mean, what else can I say? Why are the police out here? I don't know. Someone was shot. What's that? And now I have to explain to her. To get to work.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Absolutely no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is another live shot coming up out of break.
Okay, we'll do the same thing.
Okay. What do you want to do?
You want me to turn this off? Can I turn this off and turn this on? Yeah.
I see you, little fuck. Let them know what's up.
Hi, how are you? 2 minutes left in the break.
What do you want to do?
We'll do the same thing.
Okay. Just for, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm just
That's
keeping it on the sticks.
Okay.
And then just zoom in and zoom out.
Okay, I mean,
And-
we can just, yeah, we can just be static if that's cool. I'd rather have that than... What's going on with it?
The shot keep going in and out.
Did you hear that? Okay. Hmm? Yeah, I know. What'd you say?
Still got 15 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. If we need a bathroom, Shiloh's boss said we can go use his. He'll give us the code.
Who's?
Shiloh's boss, she
Oh.
works for All Planet Fitness, and he lives somewhere out here. He said, if you need a bathroom, I'll give you the code.
Oh. Okay. Okay. You guys live over here? And they're not letting you in? They're not letting you over? Say it again. Okay. Okay. Hey, how are you? Hey, Marcella, Channel 9.
Tom Lynch, I'm with the new supervisor in the PI office. We're going to do a briefing here in about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
With the executive assistant chief.
Okay, thank you.
In this spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No, none of the police officers.
Thank you. I'm sorry? Okay.
Hi, yeah, so we did get a heads up that a executive assistant Carol asked about that and the mayor were going to say, no, we asked why not. And he clarified. Mayor role. I am being told by at least one other source who very
I know. Same here.
Well, I did it with DC-50 too. Okay. Yes. Yeah, did you go up with me to interview that guy? Yes. He had the drum and the John Lennon glasses. Yes. I bought one of the suits. Yes, you did. I was there when you bought the suit. Yeah, that was great.
Oh, y'all know what happened on y'all street? And I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Left the street. Yeah, like what happened on y'all street? I don't know. Oh, you live around here? Yeah, I live on here. Yeah, I won't stay on. I didn't remember what's up. Okay, so go on. They ain't saying it happened on the inside.
Yeah, guys, well, I can tell you that we just talked with police, and at this point, maybe in the next 5 minutes or so, we are expecting a press conference right here behind us to get a better idea of exactly what is going on. Again, if you're just joining us, 3 police officers, DC police officers, shot this morning. Non-life-threatening injuries. They are expected to be okay. They've been taken to the hospital, but just a massive police presence here along Benning Road. We are right at Benning and 46th Street, and as you heard Delia talk about KIPP, right? We're here on the corner of the KIPP campus, and we have seen students being escorted in by officers. I spoke with a mother just a couple of minutes ago who was dropping her 5-year-old off for school, and you know, you can imagine as a parent how upsetting that is, right? Her 5-year-old is asking why there's a police outside of the school, so just really upsetting for a lot of parents as they're dropping their kids off this morning. And we can tell you that there's still a significant police presence here. With we have seen earlier officers individuals walking out up to an apartment complex a couple of blocks up with shields. And unfortunately, this area blocked off, that is leaving some people unable to access their homes. So certainly frustrating for a lot of people, but you can understand as far as safety and keeping people at a safe distance, it is important for DC police to do so. So again, in the next couple of minutes, we are expecting to hear an update from police about exactly what unfolded this morning and what it appears to still be unfolding, whether it is a potential barricade situation that they are dealing with here or not. But we are expecting to have that press conference here in the next couple of minutes. You guys had asked earlier if there were any other agencies assisting. Delia mentioned ATF, and now I can tell you that you can see an ATF officer to the left of that command center at one of the MPD vehicles there. So certainly it does seem like other agencies at this point are assisting in this very active investigation here along Benning Road. Again, we are being kept at a pretty significant distance. It does look like the apartment or area where this investigation is all unfolding is at least several blocks down as we wait to hear exactly what is going on here from police. But again, still a few parents dropping off their kids here at KIPP DC, and just young kids. Really upsetting for the parents, for the kids to not really know exactly what's going on here, but we will certainly keep you updated, and we'll bring that press conference to you live once we get an update from police, guys. Yeah, absolutely urgent. I mean, I can even tell you that the officer that is escorting the kids in and out of the school will not let you on that side of the sidewalk, right? And so that just kind of gives you an idea of how cautious and how careful they are being, especially with a school being so close to this incident here. There are still police cars coming in and out with their sirens, and so it is still, you can see a sense of urgency, feel the sense of urgency with the way that the officers are walking, moving, coming in and out of this command center. But again, as far as the kids are concerned, that really stood out to me. You can see the officer, someone was trying to get on the sidewalk. She comes over, tells them, you cannot get on this side of the sidewalk, as she's escorting these kids into the building, again, for safety reasons. And as this incident still appears to be unfolding here. But as Delia mentioned, from her vantage point, it looks like at least 30 police cruisers. And then we can point to the left over here. Again, this parking lot, you can see more police cruisers. There's DC fire and EMS vehicles that are flashing as well. So certainly still a sense of urgency as we wait to hear and learn more from DC police, hopefully in the next couple of minutes, what is still unfolding. It would lead up to those 3 officers being shot this morning, but thankfully they are expected to be okay. Do we want to get set up? You want to get set up?
Can you tell him that can you tell him that we need to get off of this and go to the press conference?
Hey, can we get off this and set up for the press conference? Just do it.
call them and tell them that I'm setting up for the presser. Yeah. If they want the presser or they want live time.
Okay.
Hey, yes, we're all getting set up.
I'm gonna be out of the way, but I have to use my lob, just letting you all know.
Yes. I don't know. Yes. Mr. Copeland.
I mean, I can talk over.
Check.
Just Zoom.
Okay, it's
Zoom
passed.
Ben?
We're about to get
Oh,
moved.
shit.
What do you say? Yeah, it looks like they are getting ready to set up for this press conference here. Give us just a second as we listen to what he's about to say. Okay, it looks like they're moving us to the side here. So it does look like in the next couple of minutes we should be getting an update from police here. I mean, you have mentioned this has really kind of disrupted the morning here in this neighborhood, largely residential. A lot of people who are still not able to get to their homes here this morning. Certainly frustrating, but it is a matter of safety, as DC police have told us, that it is unclear exactly what is going on here, but they want to keep people at a safe distance, and that is really important to them. So as frustrating as it is for a lot of people who are stuck here until whatever the situation is resolves itself, that is really the most important thing for DC police, is to keep those people safe. If you are just joining us, we are here at the corner of Benning and 46th Street. This is right in front of KIP DC. We have seen all morning just parents dropping their kids off. They are being escorted in by an MPD officer, which is upsetting for a lot of the parents we've spoken with, for kids asking exactly what's going on, why there are police surrounding this school. So certainly a matter of safety that the school is on lockdown here and those students are being escorted inside. Again, a lot of people here waiting to get into their homes, waiting to figure out exactly what's going on and how long this may be going on. But certainly a very active scene here still, a lot of urgency from the police officers on scene. You see the command center set up. We have seen not only MPD but ATF agents here as well. So it does look like other agencies are assisting in this investigation. Again, we are hoping to get an update from police in the next couple of minutes here. They have just moved all of the media over to the sidewalk here, so it does look like we'll be getting ready to set up for a press conference within the next couple of minutes. I can tell you we've been on scene here for about, I would say, an hour now at this point, and we have seen a number of officers coming in and out of the scene here. We have seen some of the officers walking up a couple of blocks to where it looks like that investigation is taking place, walking up with shields. So again, a potential barricade situation that they are dealing with, but we're hoping to get the exact details from police here in just a few moments.
Can't do both.
You've been rolling on me the whole time. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You can turn that one on. I'll put that one
That is
police officers for an arrest warrant to an individual inside a home here in Southeast DC. He began shooting from inside the home towards the outside. We're told 3 officers were injured in this shooting. We're also told a 4th has minor injuries as well. Still a very active, ongoing situation. We're expecting a briefing here.
Where do you? Here, Dan, I can't.
Any moment
I have to get past it.
And what we're hearing is still an active situation in terms of, actually we have a briefing going on right now. Here we go, folks.
You're the audio department, so sticking out, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Pamela Smith with the Metropolitan Police Department, and I'm here today just to give you an update on the officer-involved shooting that occurred here this morning. Our officers were assigned to our criminal apprehension unit, responded to the residents here in the 5000 block of Hannah Place, southeast, to serve an arrest warrant that was occupied by the Humane Society for Cruelty to Animals around 7:30 a.m. this morning. Our officers attempted to make contact with the individual inside the residence in order to execute the arrest warrant. The individual refused to come outside. As officers attempted to gain entry, the individual fired upon them. A barricade has been declared in this particular incident. Our officers were struck by gunfire, 3 of our officers to be exact. All 3 have been transported with non-life-threatening injuries to our local area hospitals. A 4th officer was also injured but not shot. It was basically for minor injuries. At this time, the individual remains barricaded inside the residence. This remains an active situation, and the individual has continued to fire from that location. We are asking everyone to please stay out of this location until we are able to apprehend the suspect. Are there any questions?
Chief, do you know if the suspect is alone inside the house?
At this time, we do not know if there are any other individuals inside the home.
Are you communicating with the suspect?
We are in constant communication with the individual. Our negotiators are in negotiation with him at this time.
Do you know him? Do you know?
I do not know him.
I mean, not you personally, but do police know his name, his identity?
We're trying to obtain that right now.
Chief, was there any kind of information that this person was armed before the officers went to
We
the
did
home?
not have, that information was not available to us. That's part of the investigation.
What kind of warrant are we talking about here?
It was an arrest warrant for cruelty to animals, and oftentimes we assist the Humane Society with serving arrest warrants for cruelty to animals.
Can you explain, is that a no-knock warrant? Is there a difference with
That's
that?
part of the investigation at this point. I don't know.
And then the officers in their lower extremities, where were they hit? Were they injured?
Foot, hand, and listen, let me just say this, and I'm not a politician, but here's the thing that we have to look at. There are a lot of individuals with guns on the street, and I know Secure DC is part of the legislation that we're asking our council members to pass. The penalties for folks that are just discharging firearms who do not have a right to do that is very challenging for us. And so I'm asking that we will certainly do everything we can to pass Secure DC, especially the portion of that bill where we need to increase the penalties for firearms. That's all I'm going to talk about right now. This is still a very active and fluid scene. I will come back later and make sure that I provide you with additional updates.
Chief, quickly, any
apartment, upper level?
This is a home. I do not know.
It's a
It's
single home?
It's a
It's a
yes, sir.
house.
It's a house.
Were Humane Service employees on scene when this shooting took place?
I don't know at this time.
any idea how many shots were fired by the suspect?
It's part of the investigation.
What kind of animals, cruelty to animals?
I don't know. It's part of the investigation.
Any more on what kind of cruelty, what the act was?
I think I'm doing my due diligence by making sure I give you as much information as I have right now. It is still an active scene. We're still gathering additional information. We do not know who the individual is at this time. I don't even know how many dogs are in the home. But what I will say is this is unacceptable.
They were dogs.
What's your message to people who think DC crime is out of control?
Well, I won't say DC crime is out of control. I think we have a group of individuals who do not respect law enforcement and authority. Our officers, again, were where they were supposed to be, doing exactly what we need them to do, and we will continue to do that. Thank you.
And only officers injured?
No other officers injured.
No civilians injured?
No civilians injured.
And you said it was foot in the hand of the officers?
That is correct.
And was it the suspect's home? Is that known yet?
I don't know.
Thank you.
All right, you guys just heard it from the police chief there. So this was this morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm about to so sorry.
No, they aired something that I asked them to put out.
Yeah, I heard them taking it. They were like wondering what to do next. All right, good.
So I got the question he wanted. She gave a solid answer about the officers were doing exactly what they should be doing.
Or can I turn around?
It was a solid answer.
and my French flag. Up there. Going back to my car. I don't think the lights here. Do we need to play just yet? We're moving around too much. All right, I'll be right back.
Huh?
You mind throwing this in the cart?
Yeah. Can I squeeze behind you? Yeah, and as you guys have been talking about this update that we just got from DC police just a few moments ago, just to give you an idea, still a really active scene out here. This is still an ongoing barricade situation, as you heard from the chief there. And I want to step out of the way here really quickly, again, just to kind of have you zoom in on the command center that is set up here. We still hear a lot of police sirens here. We just saw a vehicle leave here. But again, the command center set up here right at Benning and Kip. You heard from the chief that this is still an ongoing active situation where the 3 officers that were shot this morning were helping with an arrest warrant or a search warrant, executing a warrant there for an animal cruelty case. Would not go into the specific details about exactly what that case was about. It is unclear exactly who the suspect is that shot at police. But again, the chief there saying that this is just unacceptable. What is unclear at this point is how many shots were fired this morning, right? They are saying that this person is still in a home. We were able to confirm that it is a home that that person is in and has still been firing shots at this point. So that really gives you an idea of how important it is for MPD to keep everyone away from that scene, to keep everyone at a very safe distance, especially when you're talking about someone who is actively shooting at officers at this point. That also explains why we saw those officers walking up the street here with shields about an hour and a half ago, and also really explains why KIPP DC here, the school that is just, it seems, a few blocks from this home, is on secure mode, where you have officers escorting the children in and out of the school here. So again, that is the latest update from police, and it really is unclear whenever you have these barricade situations. how long it's going to take. I know that a lot of times in covering these barricade situations in the past, that the goal for police is to have this end peacefully, and that is always unclear how long that can take, right? We have seen these barricade situations go on for just a few hours. We have seen them go on for 24 plus hours. So it is really unclear how long this specific investigation is going to take, but it has certainly impacted the morning here in the neighborhood that we are in. Again, we are right here on the corner of 46th Street and Benning Road. And there are people here, the apartment complex here to the left up on that hill. There are several people at this point who still cannot get into their homes, and that is really frustrating for them, right? It's cold out here this morning. They are just waiting, like everyone else, to see how this unfolds, and at that point, they will likely be allowed to be back in their homes. But of course, this is a matter of safety and keeping those people safe here. So that is the latest from police. Again, not going into detail about the suspect, who this suspect may be, but we do know at this point that person is still barricaded in a home after shooting 3 police officers. They thankfully are expected to be okay, but that person still barricaded in their home as of this morning as DC police work to end this peacefully. Guys.
So, Jimmy, maybe I should take her.
What I'm reading.
Yeah, they're in there. Or, oh, no, I put it in the hotel. I put it in the battery box. It's right behind it. How long are these with you?
It wasn't the chief that
Those were drinking.
Yeah.
That is the chief. How much is the chief?
I have to put my
you're here, not there. Where's he?
Well, it's not Garrett yet. Garrett's here. Are we getting more of these? And we get a picture of you too. Mine's great.
Oh, you're doing that. Perfect.
I got four.
Okay. Will you text me or email me or something? Yeah. Okay. Do you have email?
Okay. Just heard a pretty good interview
Okay.
that Chuck did with Debbie Zingle.
Okay. Okay. Who is it? Hands are so cold.
I think
Okay.
all day, I've just been eating all day. Come out here, feel good.
Hmm?
You should come out here, feel good.
Here we are.
Okay. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're about to toss to you.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I mean, still out here again. You can see the police presence. I do want to point out, too, you can see the command center is still set up here. We haven't really seen a ton of action. I mean, when we first got here, you really saw that sense of urgency. You saw the people, the officers with shields. You saw just a lot of movement in and around this area. And after this press conference, it almost seems like things have calmed down here a bit. It's really hard to obviously describe what may be going on down the street here because we just can't see, right? We are kept at a very far distance at this point for very good reason. As you heard the chief say that suspect was still firing up until just a short time ago, who shot those 3 officers. So really unclear exactly where they may be in negotiations or where this barricade situation stands. It does look like a few people who were living in the apartment complex up on the left-hand side, it does look like they have gone back to their homes from what we were able to see. So they were just kind of waiting until police were allowing them to go back to their homes. So they were about here maybe 2 hours or so waiting for this all to end, but it does look like they were allowed back in their homes at this point. But other than that, all of the kids are in school safely. And so, this morning we really just saw a lot of the parents dropping those kids off. And at this point, it is a little bit quieter out here. Obviously still a huge police presence, but we have not seen a lot of movement as far as any ATF agents or as far as any DC police going in and out of the vehicles that are on our end or closest to us. So really the latest here that we have from police is that update from the chief just a couple of minutes ago, detailing, giving a little bit more information as to what led up to that shooting. But it does still appear the barricade situation is ongoing with that suspect inside a home. It's unclear if that suspect is alone, but certainly DC police working to make sure this all ends peacefully. You can see a little bit further down here, just past that command center, a couple of ATF agents huddled there along with some MPD officers, but unclear what or if any movement is happening here, but we will certainly keep you posted. Yeah, I think so, and like I said, hold on one second, we're being asked to move here, so. Okay.
I saw the picture you let me in town, you went in class. Remember he had the cars? Huh? I was told that drum was stuff down.
Can you tell them I want to change my battery? Can you tell them I want to change my battery?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, no, that was a great story. That was a fun story.
Oh, she wants you to scoot. Yeah. He wants you to scoot.
That's a considerable amount. You got the one home.
No, that's for 139 right now. I have to figure out a way to get him in.